Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Forex Tech Magazine. It's your host Lewis. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you guys had a really great trading day on Tuesday. Today is Wednesday, November the 7th. Man, this year is just flying by. A couple more days and it'll be 2019. Oh my goodness. Hope you guys made a tremendous amount of money so far this year. If you have not, please tune in. Hopefully you can finish out the year strong. uh, Follow along with us, and hopefully, you can turn this into a successful year if it hasn't already been. And if it's already been a successful year, maybe you can add a little sweetness, a little icing on top by following us here and getting some more really good trades in for yourself. Before we get too far into the show today, what we want to do is go over disclaimers. This first disclaimer goes a little something like this: any and all information presented to you by Forex Tech Magazine shall be considered to be for educational and entertainment purposes only. Nothing, not anything at all that we give to you should be considered to be investment advice. If you are in the need or in the process of seeking investment advice, our advice to you would be to seek out the assistance of a licensed, competent advisor. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into why you came here, right? Pull up this chart. Not this chart, though. This is the Euro US dollar, which is a cool chart, but we're not going to be trading any euros just yet. Looking to trade the London Open. So let's look at the Great Britain Pound New Zealand dollar. And I got to tell you, oh my goodness, I don't even have the levels up here where I was at originally into this trade. Damn, I wish I would have put this up here. Long story short, that was yesterday. Wanted to get tapped out of this trade, unfortunately. And now what we noticed over the last couple of hours, right? Price had taken a significant drop. How many pips was that, man? This thing blew through the channel. Oh my goodness, that was 205 pips, man. Price blew through. Yeah, sounds about right. So once again, we're right about the direction, right about what was going to happen. A little early to the show. Once again, those things that can be corrected. Oh yeah, that's what I want to see the news. Any news surrounding this one? Let's see here. Forex today, risk on ahead is dollar down, and Japan yen crosses bid. Democrats take House midterm. Markets on red alert ahead of U.S. congressional exit polls. QE takes flight on site. There you go. That's what it was. Solid job growth. You see how easy that was, guys? Just to kind of come in here. I mean, everything's right here. I didn't have to go searching through the internet. I didn't have to go through a whole bunch of stuff to find out what was the reason why. Excuse me. That this currency pair was doing what it was doing. It had a massive reversal right there. Yep. Unemployment rate, New Zealand unemployment rate drops to 3.9 in third quarter versus 4.5 expected. That's the reason why you had all of this happen. So now you're right back at this low, right? Price bounced off that low, and now the question would be, at the support level, will this support hold? Will price continue to go back up and retrace these levels, or will price resume that downward motion? And that is a question for you to answer, because I might get back into this pair right now at the moment. But that was pretty good, though. I like the fact that you actually got to see that happen. And then I like the fact that you guys actually got to see how fast that we could go in, find out what caused us to, what was the catalyst behind this massive drop. And now that we found out what the catalyst was behind this massive drop, we're back at the support levels again, where we was at previously. So typically when we're at a support, we want to buy. In this particular case, because it's such a because of the news, may or may not want to get into it just yet. If you did buy now, I would probably make sure I just put my stop loss back here at that swing low. Um, just because there's a little bit of expectation that this thing may continue down. All right. Plus two, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 days of downward movement. So a really kind of sideways movement. So yeah, there's definitely potential for this thing to break lower. Just looking at the daily chart, and the next level will probably be at 191.62, which that'll put you right at about, how many pips away with that? It's at 191.62. Right. Let's do it. Kind of almost 300 pips, potentially, you know, for this particular pair. But I would wait for it to break through that support before I would even attempt to try to short this thing, and then look to put, put my stop loss probably back at a swing high or something like that. Right? But anyway, it's potentially a good trade here. Something you should definitely pay more attention to. What's the next one we got? Great Brent pound, Canadian dollar. This one right here is still grinding it out. Upward momentum. That's the other thing too. If you notice that the currency pairs for the Great Brent pound seem to all be pressing up, so it doesn't seem like there would be a really good opportunity to really sell right now in this particular currency pair. Seems like more of a better time to buy. Is there any news coming out on the Great Brent pound here lately? Let's see. What we got today on deck? Just like real minor crap coming out today. So we don't really have anything big that's coming out today. They kind of expect the pairs to kind of just continue to do what they're already doing, which is going in the same direction they've already been. Right? Unless something shocking comes out. Oh, FOMC rate decisions coming out on, what the hell is this? Thursday? Okay, I didn't even realize that. Definitely something that could move the markets for the US dollar. Definitely keep an eye on that. Same thing for Australian dollar. Statement on monetary policy that's coming out Thursday as well. Once again, something that can definitely, if you're in that currency pair, and that's a currency pair that I'm looking to get into as well. So it's definitely something that can move that market. Might want to wait till after that comes out. What time does that come out? 7:30 on Thursday? Yeah. So definitely want to wait till after that comes out before we get into that currency pair. And Friday, that's when your news comes out about the. All right, so probably just kind of expect this thing to keep kind of grinding out upward movement up until probably about Thursday. So probably got about another day or so for this thing to continue to go up, and then Thursday it start kind of slowing down, going neutral. Might even start slowing down. They kind of going into neutral phase. Gearing up for Friday, try to figure out. Is the economy growing? Is the economy slowing down? Is the economy speeding up? What's going on? Staying neutral, because that's what you're gonna get when you get the GDP. Okay, it's gonna kind of give you the highlights of what's going on with the economy here. Let's get back over here. So yeah, so this particular pair right here, Canadian dollar, Great Brent pound, Canadian dollar. Not really looking to do anything with that. Don't really see anything there at the moment. check another thing. Let me check something first. This is the hourly. Checking the date. Yeah, this is another one that, if you look at it channel wise, um, this is one of the ones that's right there. Um, yeah, this is one of the ones that's right there. It's in the channel. Is this a breakout? Can't really say for sure just yet. Hasn't passed that highest high, right? Definitely went higher than resistance, but it's went higher than resistance here, and then over here in these areas as well. Ideally, we'll be looking for a pullback at some point, so looking at a candlestick, maybe something that shows like an exhaustion or some type of indecision. And then once that, then you look at that, the next candlestick after it, and that should be a bearish candlestick that could give confirmation that bulls are pulling out and that this price is coming back down. I look for it at least to retrace back to the resistance line, if not breaking all the way through, trying to head back to support. So this is one that we'll be on the lookout for. It's not the exact setup that we need just yet, but we'll definitely be on the lookout to see if it can give us the an opportunity to get to the market at some level coming up here this week. And if not this week, then maybe around first of next week or middle of next week. But we'll do something in this particular pair. Next one is Great Britain Pound, Japanese Yen. Now, oh man, excuse me, glad we got here. This is one here that I actually got into, and I know, yesterday I was like, I'm not gonna really get into anything. I'm kind of stay out until the markets, until after the election, or whatever. But I gotta tell you, I went back, I got into it. And the reason why I got into it is just because the setup just looked unbelievable. Let me show you. All right, so what it is, I use my smart tools, right? I went in, I used the Smart Trader Fibonacci tool, and I just went in and clicked on the bottom low here, right? And it brought up all these Fibonacci sequences here. And then what I noticed is that, hey, you know what, man? This thing is right here at the, it's like a potential last move on Fibonacci. I mean, just completed this sequence here, right? So set up a new AB sequence. Now it should be pulling back technically more, I personally feel, right, before it reaches this extension here. And I'm okay with that. But if it doesn't, I'm okay with that too, because we're still close to hitting that point. I mean, when I got in was here, and this is my the actual take profit where I wanted to get to. All right, which we crossed that margin. Excuse me. Because we got such great momentum going, I'm just looking at this and I'm thinking, hey, you know what? For this whole wave up, it's been a really great push. So why not, right? Why not? And so that's kind of where we're at right now. It's going to continue to push up. And if you look here, show you something. All right, so these are the three trades I got on. I got the Great Britain Pound, Aussie Dollar, which probably gonna hit that stop loss on that one pretty soon, because it's not getting where it needs to be at, and it's gonna be probably like $800-900 some dollars before it pops out, unless it turns around on that pair. I got the Great Britain Pound, US Dollar. Right now I got 52 pips. It's $3,000. 59-60 pips over here in the Great Britain Pound, Japanese Yen. That's another $3,000. So I'm netting right at $5,500 for these three pairs right here, which is pretty good when you think about it. If you can make $5,300 in a day, why not do it? So it's a great opportunity to add to the overall portfolio. So that's why I went in and did it. Now with this one right here, I actually leveraged up pretty significantly, and you can do the math on that one. If you look at 3,000 divided by 63 or 3,000 divided by 53, you go in and you see how much I leverage up as far as the pit wise. Normally, I don't necessarily advocate you leveraging up that much, but the only reason why I did is just because looking at those levels, looking at the fib, looking at where price was in relation to support and resistance, and just kind of overall looking at what was going on. Decided that, hey, you know what, this was a trade that needed to be made, and there was significant opportunity here for us to leverage up, so I went ahead and did it. Now, not to say that every time that's what I want to do, because I've never, since I've started this streaming, I've never leveraged up this much on any one particular trade. Just never done it, just because, once again, I was trying out a new strategy, this limited day break strategy, and I did not want to go in and be too over leveraged, because that's what I tell you, that's one of the killers for a lot of folks, is that they lose a lot of money at one time and then they get pushed out of the game really quickly because they're trying to hit home runs, right? There's going to be opportunity for you to hit home runs, and there's going to be opportunities for you to get on base. There's going to be more opportunities for you to get on base than it would be to hit home runs. For the last couple of weeks, all I've been doing is getting on base, getting on base, getting on base. This right here, I saw this opportunity as a setup that we could particularly hit a home run. And that's the reason why we're in this particular setup, batting the way that we're batting. Now, not to say this thing can't turn around. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to make sure we push our stop loss up to make sure we got a good risk-free trade in on place, on deck. Because if this thing went against us, I'd be sick on the stomach, right? But don't anticipate it going against me. Once again, I don't anticipate a lot of things, and and then they all go correctly. So, you know, just, you gotta always play cautious, play scared, play cautious, but play aggressive enough to actually be able to get out there and get you some decent wins. Okay. So anyway, that's that trade. Let's look at something real quick. Let's look at look at some levels in here. And as you can kind of see here, go back. Kind of see here. I mean, we're already at the top. I mean, if you look at this and we say this right here is a let's see, this is our channel here. Remember, we always want to find where our support and resistance lines are at. We always want to know where we are in relation to our support and resistance lines, right? So when we look at this right here, we see that, you know, we were going through, let's look at this, our support, our resistance, right? There's been resistance, 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 resistance. Now all of a sudden, we're pushing through it. Now, why did we buy here, right? We buy here for a couple of reasons. One, we're seeing where price is making higher highs, higher lows, right? Here's a low, here's a higher high, here's a higher low, here's a higher high. We came back to retest that same low previously, right? Now we're back up here testing that same high previously. So one or two things are going to happen. Either A, price is going to continue to go through this resistance and go up and hit our point, or price is going to come back down. It's going to get pulled back down and maybe go back down to our previous low. Now, one reason why we're kind of confident about this is, one, not only because of the Fibonacci's that we saw there, and then I talked to you a little bit about this yesterday, and saying that if everyone else is, I don't know that Fibonacci is some magical number that, the end all be all to trading, but I do know this right here, that a lot of traders recognize the significance and importance of Fibonacci numbers, and so therefore there's a lot of buys, a lot of sales, a lot of stops and everything, orders placed around those numbers. So if it's important to a lot of different people, then it should be important to you, because it's going to potentially affect your trade one way or the other, right? So in knowing that and going back and looking at these levels here, it's like, okay, you know what? It could be something here, right? Now, I had originally tried to get into this earlier yesterday, and when I got into it earlier yesterday, I got killed. Came in around about the same level, right? Price then immediately went down against me, right? And kicked me out before it returned back up, and that's when I got back in when it came back up. So it went back through the resistance, came back up, and when it came back up through resistance that second time, that's when I caught it and was able to get on. Now, if you notice right now, price is kind of like moving sideways up and to the side. So essentially what it's doing right now at the moment is consolidating. And when it's consolidating, it's going to do one or two things. Either A is going to continue to move up, or B is going to break down. Now, given the amount of momentum that's been with this particular pair, right, and the fact that we just got through the U.S. elections, and I told you that the U.S. dollar, Japanese yen, those tend to be safe haven currencies. And when people are feeling uncertain about the markets or just about the world in general, people tend to go into those two currencies, also Swiss franc as well, right? But Japanese yen and Swiss franc are definitely some currencies that can be and have been manipulated over the past to try to discourage folks from going into those markets. Right now, the yen is at a high enough level that I don't believe that you will see any interference from the Bank of Japan. Um, so, given the U.S. elections, the outcome of the U.S. elections, I believe the Democrats won the House, whereas the Republicans have maintained the Senate. Definitely going to be some pushback on policies that Trump is trying to push through. So a lot of the things on his agenda may not, happen. At least not during the next 2 years. If he's able to get reelected and then get control back over the House again, then you may see some of those things come to fruition. But as for right now, I think a lot of things that he would like to get done is probably going to hit a wall, right? Um, unless he's able to strike some type of deals with these Democrats, which I don't know that he would, because basically they ran on a platform that was pretty much anti-Trump, right? So with that being said, um, the outlook for the economy, the outlook for Wall Street, it's probably going to be uncertain right now because we're already getting ready to go through this process of, raising rates. We're looking at the economy potentially slowing down, and that alone will just happen. It's probably going to make people a little bit fearful of putting their monies back into equities. So you may see more of a flight to bonds and treasuries, and if that's the case, then you're definitely going to see increase in the folks going into the dollar, going into the maybe even going into the yen. But right now, at the moment, don't know that's necessarily 100% of the case, right? It's something I'm predicting, but I think right now what's going to happen is this is going to get a fulfillment, right? Boom, and then once it's that fulfillment, it will probably then in just my own personal opinion, return back. Oops, go back down, to its normal direction, which is down. Right? Presume is normal path, which is down. Now I could be wrong, because also, this right here is a Great Britain pound, Japanese yen. So this right here is currency pair is more or less concerned with what's happening with the economy, you know, Great Britain, not necessarily as far as the Japanese yen. Now, with that being said, we got to keep an eye out on Brexit, see how that's going, and because that can definitely affect this currency pair, have a negative or positive effect. And we'll, I think that's the next big thing that we need to keep track of over the next coming days and weeks. Like I said, we got the GDP coming out for the Great Britain pound on, I think it's Friday morning. So it's definitely going to have an effect on this currency pair. So what I kind of anticipate right now over the next couple of days, we're just kind of seeing this thing to continue to trend in the direction it's already trending, right? Maybe going to the side and just slowly grinding it out. Hopefully we hit our take profit. Might even bring it down just a little bit just to make sure that we get it, okay? What is the next one? This one is a Great Britain pound, Australian dollar. We're still in this trade, unfortunately. This is one of the ones, it's been grinding out. It looks kind of like the New Zealand dollar, right? It's been just grinding it out. As you can see, this is a daily chart here. price was moving up, and then price came down significantly. Actually went through this previous low that was here, right? The consolidation that was here, right? And it went through that low, and then price popped back up for a day or so, and then it's just kind of been moving sideways off into the side, right? Like I said, with the New Zealand dollar, I was in the same predicament, and it actually, hit my stop loss. And then as of today, we would have been profitable, right? But it happens, man. You can have the best laid plans, best ideas, and sit there and look at it and know exactly what it's going. But if you're early, uh, it can be just as bad as being dead wrong on this thing, right? And I was early, and it cost me money, right? But that's okay. And if you look at this right here, just like we said before in the past, whenever you get these little flags, right? And that's what you can kind of see here off this chart. Oops. I don't like that at all. What did I just do? Hold on a second, folks. There we go. All right, so a little early. Let's look at the. Boom. Oops. I guess it's be kind of considered a pennant. Now, it hasn't really kind of finished making it. There's a little consolidation mark, but if you see right here, stock price is kind of consolidating in between these little zones right here, right? Now, typically what happens is price consolidate, and then at some point it's either going to break lower or it's going to break higher, right? Remember what we talked about before? 70% of the time, price always breaks in the direction that it was originally trending. So if price was going down, it's going to consolidate, and then price should break down, all right? Now, what we'd be anticipating is that when price breaks below this low here, and then continue on its way down to our take profit, which is right here. Now, there's no guarantee this is going to happen, right? This is something we're anticipating that may occur, right? And this may or may not occur before it hits my stop loss here, right? So I'm not going to take my stop loss out. I'm going to keep my stop loss in place, and it's there for my protection, just in case the price decides that it does want to push up higher, right? Make an all-time new high, and then I get, creamed. So no, keep your stop loss in place, right? Trade smart, trade with plan, trade with idea in place, and we'll see how this plays out over the next couple of days, right? Like I said, 70% of the time, once it drops out of this consolidation period, it continues in the path that it was originally going in. And once again, when we start trading, man, we're looking at percentages and probabilities, and looking at what's going to give us a higher percentage or higher probability of being successful on a trade. And a trade like this right here, if we know that 70% of the time that when this thing breaks out, it breaks towards where it was originally going, that gives us a lot of confidence to want to still be in this trade. The only thing is kind of scary is that we're backed up, pretty close to our stop loss here. So that means that, any old thing could kind of push us out, right? And you look at this channel, we're kind of like, yeah, see, kind of pushing up here. Right? Let's see if we make any higher highs or lower lows here. So this is a high, this is a low. I'm sorry, this is a lower high, kinda. Low, low high. So we may actually be in the process of breaking down. If you look right here, so previously we were making, let's say it's a low, it's a high, low, lower high. I thought we were good. That was like last Friday, right? Price jumped up on Sunday. It was a high, a low, high, low. That looked good at first. That was Tuesday. Push back up, high, low, lower, high, low, basically the same. So it's really just kind of moving sideways. It's not really doing anything. It's not really giving me anything. Um, over the next couple hours is really going to be crucial for this pair, right? Because like I said before, as it gets tighter, there's going to be opportunity for it to go into the stop loss, or there's going to be opportunity for it to break down and just get back into the profitable zone. And if it gets back into the profitable zone, definitely want to go ahead and bring in bring one stop loss down and take advantage of that and try to capture some more of those pips. Okay, let's go back and look at this trade right here real quick and see how we're doing so far in this trade. Yeah, so far we went back up. We got 54 pips at 3,200 and 66 pips at 3,500, which is really awesome. Still lost 116 pips at a loss of $851, whatever. But our total right now is right at about $5,941, which is freaking awesome. 6,000. Sorry, now we're at 6,042, which is freaking awesome. As far as profit for a day, right? That's good. Let's keep that momentum going. Let's get to the next one. All right, so the last one on deck is the Great Britain Pound US dollar, which we were talking about when we were in this trade as well. So this is another one here. Just going back, and once again, all I did, folks, to really kind of find this trade, it took like 2 seconds to find this trade. And actually, if you look at the tape from yesterday, if you replay what we did yesterday, you'll see the whole process. The process took like 2 seconds. All I did was went in, and I just clicked. I just hit, my went up here, my smart fibs, and I'll show you again. Let me get out of this. I'm just gonna delete that off. Right, went in. Got my smart fibs. Just found a low point on the chart. Boom, potted in. And as soon as I hit that low point, it automatically populated all of my Fibonacci sequence on the chart up to this point, right? It showed me. I don't have to sit here and I don't have to guess. I don't have to try to figure it out on my own. I don't have to try to look at this and try to figure out, well, where's my A, where's my B, where's my C? Okay, let me move my A and my B over again. Now let me find where my C and my D is. I didn't have to do all that. It was just a matter of making 2 clicks. First click was to find my smart tools, Fibonacci tool. Second click was just to click on the lower of the chart, and boom, it automatically did the rest. And when it did it, so quick, so easy, right? Showed me exactly where my take profit is going to be at, which is right here. So quick, so easy, right? And that's where we're at, man. Oh, it just took it. That was it. Yeah, so it just took it. So we just hit our take profit. So I was like, wow, why did the numbers, why everything just disappear off the screen? Because we just hit the fifth sequence. That was it. So if you look right here, right? Boom, we just made that money. Now we're still in the Great Britain Pound, Japanese yen, right? We're up 70 pips there. Almost another 4,000, right? We still got this one here is kind of negative weighing up. But I'm not going to get out of this one here because my estimate is that, hey, we'll get the completion of the Japanese yen. And then at some point, this right here is going to start pulling back, and then it could turn actually profitable for us. So we're just going to leave it in right now, let it play. And if not, once again, you guys see me. I've been doing this for a while. The one thing you know about me is that money can be made regardless. So even if you lose something, it's not anything to panic about. The main thing to do is go back in there, think about what you're doing, come up with a strategy, and then trade your strategy, right? I think a lot of times people go in and they get a loss and they start panicking, and then when they panic, they revenge trade or do some type of panic trade and just really kind of messes up stuff. That's not what we're looking to do. We'll take our time, go ahead and do this thing the right way, and we'll make our money, right? Not gonna worry about it. All right, so let's scroll out of here. Let's get out of here. Close that. But once again, just show you guys. It's two things, man. Went in, boom. Down below, boom. Show me where everything was at. Boom. And as you can see, it hit right where the fib said it was gonna hit, man. The sequence says it's gonna hit right here at the 31. Was that 31? Yeah, 1.31525. Exactly where I had my take profit at. What happens? Price came all the way up, man. Price retraced. You know, if you look at the beginning of this sequence here, let's look at it. And here's your A and B. This right here, of course, is going to be your C. This right here is your D extension, right? If you notice right here, Friday price came down, right? Then Sunday price gapped up, and it just slowly, methodically moved all the way up to your D extension, all the way up into Wednesday, right? Now, a couple things on this, right? And this is why I love this particular tool so much, and that's why I tell you folks, man, if you want to make trading easy for you, get the proper software, get the proper tools. Stop playing around with yourself. Stop cheating yourself and treat yourself. Do the right thing for yourself, right? This tool right here, right, as you can see, it's color coded, right? You got red, 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 red. You got 4 reds, 1 blue, 1 green, right? You got these 2 blacks. The blacks represent your starting and your ending point, right? Your A and your B, right? And in between, you got 4 reds, 1 blue, 1 green, right? But if you look right here, you got a red, a blue, a green, right? Why is that? Because they want to keep it as simple as possible, man. Keep it as simple as possible, man. Right? So what's that old acronym? KISS, K-I-S-S, keep it simple, stupid, right? Keep it as simple as possible. So therefore, it makes it easy as possible for traders to be able to go in here and trade using this Fibonacci tool. So not only all you have to do is make one click and it places the Fibonacci's on the screen for you. It finds everything for you. Now to make everything even simpler, if that wasn't simple enough, right? All you have to do is come in here, right, and watch where price retraces back to. Find your C, right? Find where your C. This is A, this is B. Then that means wherever it bounced off at has to be C. And so it bounced off here, right, at the 0.382 level, right? So this is your C. Right? And guess what happens, man? Because it bounced off red, that means that what? That we can expect it to go all the way up to red, right? If it would have bounced off of green, then we could expect it to go all the way up to green. And if it bounced off of blue, we expect it to go all the way up to blue. Now, does that mean that it'll just go to that level and then automatically just make a U-turn at that point? Not necessarily. You know, it may go to that level and continue to go a little bit further than that level, right? Or may not even go up to the level, but we're just saying that when you look at the Fibonacci sequence, right, it has a higher probability of occurring than it would be if you just say, well, you know what, I'm going to put my risk at a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, and I'm just going to get into the market and just hope that this price moves 3 times then whatever the amount that I'm trying to risk on this trade, right? Because how many times have you heard people say that, right? Right? Get a 3-to-1 reward to risk ratio. So that means that for every dollar that you risk, you got a potential to make $3 in the future, right? That's great, if that could happen. But what probabilities, what assurance do you got in place that kind of says that, hey, there's a high probability of that happening, right? You don't really if you just kind of just trade the market naked, right? If you trade the market like this right here, and you're saying, well, I'm going to get in here, right, and I'm going to risk, or I'm going to get in here, and I'm going to hope that, because I'm put my stop loss way back here, right, and now what I'm going to hope is that the market's going to move up at least 300 pips for me, right? Let's look at that. Yeah, so 157 pips is I'm put at risk, and so I'm going to hope that the market, does at least that, for me, so that way I can, have a successful risk to reward ratio. When you trade like that, it's no guarantees, man. It's kind of like just trading naked, And then when you trade like this rate too, well, how do you know where to put your take profit at? Now you can go back and you could look at previous supports and stuff like that and previous swing highs. I mean, that's one way that you could definitely do it. But an easy way to do it, like I said, another easy way to do it is just come in, Takes 5 seconds, folks. 1, 2, bam. I got everything I need. Just that quick. Bam. Look at this here. Let's see what bounced off at. Boom. See where we need to put our take profit at. Boom, we did. Boom, we got it. It's simple, folks. It's not that hard, man. Trading is not as hard as people try to get you to believe it is. You know, a lot of these folks get up here and they got all this stuff on the screen, man. The screen looks crazy because they got all these different, they got all these different lines out here. They got these different charts out here. And they're telling you, man, oh, you got to be able to do this. Oh, you need, you got to have this up here on your screen. You got to have, you got this indicator, this indicator, this indicator. You got all this stuff up there, man. They got like, stop me if you haven't seen this before, man. Stop me if this hasn't been something that you've seen before, where people come in and they got all this crazy stuff, and they're like, man, we got the triangle tool here, and you got the X, Y, the B, bat symbol here, and this is where the price is going to be going over here. And they're looking at this stuff and they're walking you through it. And most people, a majority of folks, are just going to be confused because you're looking at this and you're like, oh, what does this indicator do? And it looks cool, to see all that stuff on the screen. But then you got to ask yourself, what is it doing? Does it really mean anything? Most, 90% of the indicators out there are lagging indicators, right? If you guys don't know what lagging and leading indicators are, you need to go to our website and check it out, right? Because a lagging indicator is basically just telling you what happened in the market previously. It's not going to tell you what's going to happen in the market in the future, right? It's not predicting what's going to happen in the future. It's just telling you, hey, this is what happened in the past, right? 90% of the stuff, probably 99% of the stuff is just lagging indicators, man. Right? But these guys that put all this stuff up on the screen, and if you're new to trading, you don't know anything about trading, it looks freaking awesome and it looks scary because we see all this stuff and they give you all these great explanations as far as what this stuff is supposed to do, right? Half these guys don't even know what this stuff is doing itself, right? Just being honest with you, man. Just being real with you. Yeah, half these people don't know what this stuff is. They just got it up there because somebody else told them to put it up there, right? If you want to get better at trading, all you gotta do is just do the basics, man. The basics is what's the key to it all. To be honest with you, the basics is the key. Draw your trend lines. This trend line is a basic. That's good. All right, lets me know we got upward movement. Right, we're in an uptrend. Right, the trend is in place. It's going up. That's something we need to know. Right, how steep is the uptrend? Right, you got a steep uptrend like this. Right, you got a good uptrend. It means price moving at a pretty fast clip, right? If you have one that's a little bit wider, something's going down here, I mean, price is not moving as fast. Price is kind of slowing down a little bit. So it might take you a little bit longer to be able to hit your target, right? And that's the other thing. You got to remember, if you got money in play, you want to try to get your money back sooner rather than later. So that way you can go back and reinvest your money someplace else for it to make you some more money, right? Look at your money as being your employees. Right? A lot of times we just look at money as being money and we don't really understand how money works. Money should be an extension of yourself. Just like how you get up every morning, you go out and you may go to a job or something, right, to go and work, right? Your money has the same capacity as you. But the only thing is your money can actually work harder and longer than you. So because you're going to need a break at some point in time, you're going to need to go sleep, you're going to need to go eat, right? You need to spend time with your friends and family, kind of recoup. Money doesn't need that. Right? Money just needs guidance. Right? If you tell money to go out there and work, money will continue to work. It never needs sleep, never needs rest, doesn't have any friends or family it needs to go see. It just needs to go out there and make more of itself. Right? The more of itself that it makes, the more you can go back out there and redeploy on your behalf to go out and bring in more for you. Right? But you got to understand that concept. Okay? So, but as you see, uptrends in place, which is good. Right? And you guys see my that crap up here. But you guys see my charts before. I mean, my charts are simple, man. It's like I don't have all this stuff up there, man. Just don't do it. There's no real reason to have a ton. don't want to do that. Maybe if I go back this way. Here we go. Do that. There we go. There's no reason to have a ton of this stuff up here. Just not. Right? Keep the charts as simple as possible. The more simple you keep it, the better it is going to be, or the easier it's going to be for you to be able to read. Right? And then another thing that you could do, when you're going in here and you're looking at this stuff, and you're looking for entry points, right? So if you got the trend, if you got the trend line up, right, and you look for entry points, then you can kind of go in and you can say, okay, well, hey, look, here goes, it's bouncing here, right? It comes, looking at prices coming down. It looks like it could bounce here. If it bounces, then that's gonna be a good entry buy for us, right? So you can come in here, got in, right? Got the price bounce off the trend line, lets you know it's a good entry spot. Boom, ride it up. Same thing here, price bounced up, you could have got in here. Boom, like it's a good spot. Keep in mind when you put your entries, right? A lot of times, what people do mentally wise is they see price going up, so they usually want to try to get in as it's going up, so they'll go ahead and get in when it's at a green spot or whatever, for whatever reason. Not saying you should buy when it's red because you're shitting, but if you're gonna buy when it's green, kind of know why you're buying while it's green, right? Cause like if you bought right in here, cause you're like, oh man, price is going up, want to get in, right? You could definitely ride it up, right, and then feel that pullback also, or you could just wait till price pulls back again down to that support level, and then look to buy at the close of the next candlestick when it pushes back up, right? And then what you do is just put your stop loss right up under that previous that swing, right? So there's a method to buying and selling in the market as well, and it's very important that you understand that because it's just going to make you a better trader. A better trader is going to be a more successful trader. More successful trader is a more profitable trader, right? And that's what you're here for, right? You're not here to just give money back to the market and lose, right? If you are, you got to find you something else to do, man, with your life. It can't be just giving money back to the market. The market doesn't need your money. Trust me. The market has enough of my money already over the years. It doesn't need yours, right? But it's a really good setup. And once again, this is smart trader, man. Guys, if you're not using the software, if you haven't registered to use the software, do yourself a favor. Go ahead and register to use the software. You can use our link on our panel below. Full disclosure here, we are an affiliate of this particular company. But even if you wasn't an affiliate, and you've heard me say this a million times, even if I wasn't an affiliate of this company, I would still recommend the software just because I love the products, I love these smart tools, and they just only get better. Right now we have the one up from the basic service. Next month we're actually going to go ahead and probably maybe this month, I don't know. We're going to go ahead and upgrade and get the full package, the full suite. Right, it's gonna cost us a couple of dollars, but that's okay because if you're making money, one trade you can pay for this stuff, man. One trade to pay for everything. This right here is only like $24 a month. It's nothing, One trade is gonna pay for that, right? Right. When we upgrade to the next level, it's like $59 a month. That's nothing. One trade to pay for that, man. One trade to pay for that, right? And if you're not making enough money to pay out $60 a month for a service that helps you become a better trader, then you're not really ready to trade with real money. Follow what I'm saying? Because if you can't make $60 in the market, then you're not ready to trade with real money. You need to just stay on the demo account, keep trading the demo account, right, until you get to the point where you're able to make real money like that, $60, right, and then switch over and start trading a live account. Okay. And speaking of which, we're gonna be doing an additional broadcast starting probably tomorrow. Thinking maybe probably from around about 6 or 7:30 in the afternoon, in the evening rather, where we kind of come in and we talk about the market close from the U.S. and the London, and get ready to look at what the trading day is going to have to offer us. And we'll also be trading from our futures account at that time as well. So the screen's gonna look a little bit different because we're trading from a futures account. I got to see how I can link that futures account if possible up with my smart trader account. So I'm gonna be working on that today and tomorrow. Uh, and if I can, I would love to be able to link the two up. If not, then I just have to be trading off that just off that futures account. I'll still be trading from here, for our London trade session. But the real money, the live money, is going to be in a futures account. And the reason why it's going to be in a futures account is because we're going to try to do something that I haven't seen anyone do before. Right? I'm starting out with the smallest amount I've ever seen anybody start out with, and that's only like $164, $168. The reason being is because that's all it takes for me to trade one micro uh, futures contract. Right? So I want to put the basic amount in there to trade one futures contract. Right? And then I want to build that up over time. Now the question is going to be, how much can I build that up to over time? Um, and my goal is to build it up to at least 100,000. Now, is that possible? You say, can you take $164 and turn it into $100,000? We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna try. We'll see what we get to. And then, as usual, we'll do our what went right, what went wrong segment, with it, and see what went right, what went wrong, if anything. So I don't know. We'll see. It should be fun. If nothing more, it should be fun. We'll trade it out. See how long we can trade it for. Like I said, the goal would be to be $100,000. We'll see if we can do it within a year. Right? Got to give ourselves some time. I can try to do it in 6 months or 6 days within a year. Trying to be smart. Going in and picking and choosing our trades very carefully, very wisely, and going to be looking for high probability trades. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use a lot of the rules that we learned here in our demo accounts, which is going to be A, we're going to be looking at our support and resistance zones before we get into a trade. B, we're going to use money management, make sure we're not over trading our account, which when you think about it, $100 some for a futures contract, we're probably already over trading our account. But we'll be okay. We're going to try it out. And then, of course, we're going to be using all the tools that we have available to us. We're going to be using smart tools. We're going to be using trend lines. We're going to be using everything. So that is going to be a really good. It's going to be a really good stream. Highly recommend that if you haven't been able to kind of come in and catch us on these streams here, that you try to check us out during the weekdays when we stream, in the afternoons. I think you're going to definitely be pleasantly surprised. You're going to definitely have a good time watching those streams because there's going to be a lot of information to be learned from there. And and it's going to be good, right? Because we're going to be doing it in live time, real time. And I think it's going to be really, really good. All right, sorry folks, I'm right here mumbling, talking, and checking some things at the same time. All right, so got about 5 more minutes before we get out of here. Once again, guys, if you guys got any questions, thoughts, comments, anything you'd like to see us do here on the channel, please let us know. You can reach out to us on our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and of course we're here on Twitch. You can definitely write in and let us know something that you want to see or something that you're working on. Maybe it's a currency pair that you're looking at that you have questions about. You just want a second opinion on. Definitely would love to help you out with that. Sit down with you, do some analysis, and tell you what our thoughts are about it. Let's see. Let's check this one more time. See what it looks like. What is it doing? So this right here went down a little bit. It was at 58. I'm sorry, it was at 70, but it went down to 58. So it went down about 12 pips. This one here went down as well. Let's look at this one. Let's look at the Great Britain pound Aussie dollar. See what's happening here. Boom. Okay, so remember it's in that channel. Like it's coming down. It's higher, lower high, right? So this right here could definitely be coming down, you know, tonight or this morning, right? And if it breaks through that channel and breaks down, well, that's good for us, right? Because hey, more money added to the pot, especially if we get into the profitable zone here, right? If we get past our entry buy and get back to the profitable zone. I'm definitely gonna come in and put a bring that stop loss down um, to make sure that this is a risk-free trade and that we're not gonna lose anything on this particular trade here. Okay, so that looks good. Pound. Alright, so this right here is a little bit of a pullback, which this is what we expected. It's small, it's minor pullback. And the reason we expect this is because if you look here, this right here was the D extension, and it fulfilled it already, right? What we're trying to do now is look at the next D extension, which is here. Um, I don't know that it's even pulled back to where the C would be at right now, so the C should probably be somewhere over in here, potentially. Just looking at where the C was originally, it was off of this first level here, right, which is really good. So they didn't have to pull back much before it went up and it, hit that D extension. Anticipating that the same thing may occur where it doesn't pull back much, maybe pull back to the first bar before it hits that D extension. It's done it again a couple times. Did it again here, right? This is the A, this is the B. C just pulled back to the first bar before it went up and hit its extension. C pulls back to the first bar before it goes up, hit extension. Anticipating C goes back to the first bar. All right, she's almost really kind of did it before it hits that extension. So, you start looking at stuff like that, it starts making it appear to be a lot easier for you to be able to hit your numbers, which I think we should be able to do it. We'll see how this plays out over the next couple of hours. And hopefully I'll be coming back to you tomorrow with another another great trading day. Right? If not, we made some money up to this point, which is really good. But I'd definitely like to make some more, which is always better, right? Anyway, we got about a minute left, so before I leave, I always like to leave you with something positive, and so I'll leave you with this right here. And this right here is something out of the good book, something that I love to read, and something that has brought me a tremendous amount of inspiration and joy over the years, which is the Bible, right? And no matter what religion you're in, trust me, no matter what religion you're in, we're all in the human race, and I pray that each and every one of you found peace in your life, and peace and happiness with your family, and peace, with yourself. Life can be extremely difficult, and what we don't need is more people judging us for what we choose to believe, what we choose to do, but more people to kind of just accept us and to allow us to live our lives. And I think that's what how folks should be. If somebody choose to fall into our religious beliefs, and that's fine. If somebody choose not to follow our religious beliefs, that's fine too. But that's their choice to make the decision what they feel is best for themselves. At any rate, so on that note, I'll leave you with this right here, and it goes something. And the verse I love is something like this right here. It says, "Doing to others as you would have them doing to you." Right, and I love that because I think that speaks so much into how we should live our lives on a daily basis, and which that means to treat other people how we want to be treated. Right. Um, if you're somebody that want to be treated nice and treated with respect, then make sure that you're treating other people nice and you're treating them with respect. Right? If you want somebody to treat your mother or your sister or your daughter nice and with respect, then make sure you're treating someone else's daughter or mother, or sister with respect, right? Because, we're all neighbors in this world, and we all got to live here together. right? And I think more so than how much money that a person makes, you're going to be known for how well you treated, your fellow citizen in your lifetime. Because remember, at the end of the day, guys, 100 years from now, nobody's going to remember any of us, right? The one thing that lasts and things that continue to last and things that continues to be important in life is how we treated each other in life, how we live our life, right? So, once again, just doing to others as you have them doing to you. That's my inspirational thought that I'll leave for today. Hope you guys make a ton of money. Hope you guys do really well in your trading day to day. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. God bless. Good night or good morning. And I am out of here. Stay safe, guys. Talk to you soon.